Hello and welcome to another math video. Today we will be tackling an implicit differentiation question. I know this is everyone's favorite at this moment in time, but hey, you know, it's a skill, you gotta learn it, it's very useful, and here we go, let's tackle it. So we have x cubed minus y cubed plus 4xy is equal to 125. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this x cubed, I'm just going to move it over to the right hand side. It's just going to make things a little bit easier. What I'm doing is I'm sort of collecting all of the terms with the y's on the left hand side, and I'm pushing all the terms with the x's over to the right hand side. Sorry, that just have an x here, but no y's. Okay, so rearranging this, moving the x cubed over to the other side, we have negative y cubed plus 4xy is equal to 125 minus x cubed. Okay, now implicit differentiation, we are going to take the derivative of each piece individually as we go along. So here we go, let's tackle it. Here we just have a negative 1 in front of the y. My outside part here is this y cubed, right? So I want to bring the 3 down, and I want to subtract 1 from the exponent. So what it's going to look like is negative 3y squared. And remembering that this y here is a function of x, right? We're taking the derivative with respect to x. Y is a function of x, so we have to multiply by our dy dx, which is the derivative of y with respect to x. But we don't really know what y is at this point, so we have to write it out like this. Okay? Classic chain rule over here. Okay? Here we have product rule. Okay? We have a function outside, which is a function of x on the outside, which is 4x, and then we have another function of x, which is actually our y. Okay, so product rule, taking the derivative of the first part, which is just 4, multiplied by my second part, which is just y. Okay, now we're adding the derivative of the second part, leaving the first part alone. So here I have 4x multiplied by the derivative of y, which is just dy dx. Okay? Now we have the derivative of 125, which is just going to be 0. And the derivative of my x cubed, which is just going to be 3x squared, right? Power rule there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group my terms that are attached to my dy dx, because the dy dx is ultimately what I want to find. That's our derivative. Okay, so I want to try and isolate that part and push everything over to the left hand side if I can. Okay, so if I put these together, it's going to be 4x. I'm going to write it out one more time here. It's going to be 4x dy dx minus 3y squared dy dx, right? And here I still have the plus 4y is equal to negative 3x squared, right? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out my dy dx, okay? So here, I'm going to write it out like this. 4x minus 3y squared dy dx. Jeez, this is giving me nightmares of first order differentials here. Oh, excuse me. In my nightmare of first order differentials, I actually forgot to move this 4y over to the other side. Okay, so we're going to have negative 3x squared minus 4y on the right hand side. Okay? Just like this. Now, to isolate my dy dx, I just need to take this part, put it on the bottom. Okay? Or divide both sides by 4x minus 3y squared. Okay? Canceling it out on this side, it'll just be on the bottom of this side, right? So we're going to have dy dx is equal to negative 3x squared minus 4y over 4x minus 3y squared. And what some professors or teachers might ask you to do on a test, just because they can, they will ask you to write this with only one negative sign. Okay, so in order to do that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to factor out a negative 1 from both the top and the bottom. Okay, so if you factor out the negative 1 from the top, you're just going to have 3x squared plus 4y. Factoring out a negative 1 from the bottom, you're going to have negative 4x plus 3y squared. So I'm going to put the 3y squared in the front, and the negative 4x on the end. My negative 1s will cancel out, and then you will get a final form that looks like this. 3x squared plus 4y on the top, all over 3y squared minus 4x. There's your 1 minus sign there. And that is your final answer. Not too bad overall, but yeah, a little tricky there at the end if they ask you to do that, but should be all right. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.